Welcome to our this video session where we will discuss the marking criteria, the IELTS marking criteria. First of all, let's see the listening marking scheme. For the listening test, which contains 40 questions, the approximate band scores can be calculated using this table. So if you get 30 questions correct, that means your band score is 7. If you have 33, your band score is 7.5. If you have 23, your band score is 7. So this is straightforward way of getting the band score for listening. Now this is the IELTS general reading marking scheme. It is similar to listening. For the general reading test, which contains 40 questions, the approximate band scores can be calculated using the table. So it is same, like if you get 30, your band score is 6. If you get 31, your band score is 6. If you get 28, your band score is 5.5. So this is whenever you are doing practice test at home, you can check easily where you are and what is your band score. Now this is the general reading marking scheme. Now this is the academic marking scheme. It is similar to general training, but there is a little difference, right? For the academic reading test, which also contains 40 questions but is more difficult, the approximate band scores can be calculated using this table. Now see, now we said if you get 30 in general, your band score is 6. But if you get 30 in academic, your band score is 7. 30 in general, your band score is 6. 30 in academic, your band score is 7. This is the IELTS academic reading marking scheme. Now when it comes to writing, the two writing questions, task 1 and task 2, are marked out of 9 according to the following criteria. So they are checking 4 things. Task achievement, is the writing related to the task? Coherence and cohesion, words and sentences are related to each other, ideas are interconnected, paragraphs are separated according to a logic. This is a very important thing. Sentences are in a sequence, topic sentence followed by supporting sentence. The third criteria is the lexical resource or the vocabulary. So they will be looking at the range of vocabulary that you will be using. The fourth one is grammatical range and accuracy. Is the grammar correct? Is the grammar correct? Right. Now when you go into details of this, the task achievement, for task 1, they are checking basically these 4 areas. In task 2, task response, they are checking these 4 areas. Then when it comes to coherence and cohesion, they are checking subcategories as organizing information, ideas into paragraph. Have you done this? Having one central idea in each paragraph, using a range of linking devices. The lexical resource, they will be checking basically whether you are using a range of words and paraphrasing. Are you using collocations? Is your spellings are correct? Do you avoid errors? Then grammatical range and accuracy, using a range of sentence structure, using a range of grammar tenses, punctuation marks, and whether you avoid errors. So these are the 4 basic areas, the basic sections that they will be checking, and these are the subcategories of those areas. Right. Now this is another thing that I can explain to you for an example. If you want to get the band score 7, now I told you before there are 4 things that they are checking: task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy. For you to get band score 7 under task achievement, what are the things you should have been completed, you should have been achieved? Coherence and cohesion, what are the things that you should have achieved? Lexical resource, what are the things that you should have achieved in order to get band score 7? and same grammatical range and accuracy. Now for this same thing for band score 8, 9, 6, 5, for all these areas there are the basic things that you require to use. So what I suggest is, when you are doing your writing task, when the teacher is checking it, please make sure they will check your writing task against this band score chart. If you want to get band score 7, we should use this one and compare and see in your writing task, are you achieving these things? Now if you are not achieving any of these things, then we need to make sure that we need to explain to you, we need to tell you how to achieve these things. So this one is very important. Right, let's move to the IELTS speaking marking scheme. The speaking test is also marked out of 9 according to these criteria: fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, pronunciation. So these are the 4 areas that they will check on your speaking. Now, like the writing task also, like the writing marking scheme, the speaking also, there are sub areas that they will be checking. Under fluency, there are 5 areas, lexical resource 4 areas, grammatical range and accuracy 3 areas, and pronunciation 4 areas. So it is very important for us to see during your speaking session, practice sessions, whether you are achieving these areas. If you want to get 7, are you achieving 7 on all these areas? So if not, what do we need to do in order to improve your speaking? Now what we suggest is, this is a sample speaking assessment sheet that we are using for our candidates. Right now, with this one, using this one, after each speaking session, we will be analyzing their results according to, if it is fluency, what are the things that how they will achieve these things. Talking at length, talking without pauses or hesitation, talking without self-correction, able to be understood using linking devices. So in all the marking criteria, it is necessary for you to go into the details and check what are your opportunities, what are the areas that you need to improve. This is a proven method to improve your speaking. Right. So that's all about the marking criteria or marking schemes.